sin's equal. In my experience, whether it's people to the left of me or to the right of me theologically, there seems to be this common belief that all sins are equal. But here's my question. Where does the Bible teach that? And here's the answer. It doesn't. The Bible doesn't teach that all sins are equal. In fact, I think the Bible actually teaches that all sins are not equal. How can I say this? Well, in John 19, Jesus is actually speaking to Pilate, and he refers to him who has turned me over to you has committed the greater sin. What about when Jesus asks, what's the greatest commandment in the law? He says, love God and love other people, implying greater and lesser commands. What about Matthew 23? Jesus talks about how there's different punishments in hell and rewards in heaven, which shows that sins are not equal. Even the book of Proverbs talked about certain sins that God in particular hates. So all sins are not equal. Now, in one sense, when we say are all sins equal, it's kind of a trick question because there is a sense in which all sins are equal. The book of James in chapter 2, it says if you've broken one part of the law, you're guilty of the whole law. So all sins are equal in the sense that if you break one, you are equally a lawbreaker before God. Kind of like if I go out and I break the speed limit and I murder somebody, those are both wrongdoings that make me guilty and a lawbreaker. But breaking the speed limit and killing somebody are not equally kind of grave sins. In fact, I asked my son when he was 10, I said, son, do you think all sins are equal? He looked at me and he said, Dad, I'm pretty sure that lying to my friend is not equal to killing my friend. And I think he's onto something. So theologically, all sins are not equal. Now, this is not to say that I'm going to point to something like homosexuality and say that is the one abominable sin that's worse than all the rest, because that's typically how this is raised. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 6, he says sexual immorality, which includes all sorts of sexual immorality, is the one sin you commit against your own body. So let us not look at other people's sins and think that we're better because we haven't committed those. The Bible makes it clear that we have all sinned, and any sin is enough to separate us from a holy God.